This baby whisperer you've met here, Sheyne Simmeone, has been one of our much-loved guests on the show for quite a few years. But over the past 13 months, she has undergone an amazing transformation, losing 80 kilos. Her sister, Simmone, has lost 90 kilos. They joined me. But first, have a look at this amazing journey.
I was always an active kid. When I was little, Mum used to have us at tennis and physical culture, and Mum was very conscious of what we were eating. It wasn't really until I left school and started studying and working that I started to neglect diet and exercise, and it became a problem for me. By the time I hit 35, the health impact of the obesity that I was suffering from at that stage was enormous. I started to show signs of pre-diabetes, of lupus and some MS symptoms. When I started appearing on television, it was daunting, but not because I was nervous about going on TV or being in front of the cameras. It was more the element that I was quite literally one of the largest women on Australian TV, and I don't think any woman wants that banner. What prompted me to lose the weight was that my sister and I, who had always shared a very close bond, had heard that by 40, if we don't lose the weight, we were going to struggle with it. And so we sat down and formulated a plan. She kind of set the bar. I had no choice but to be successful, so I chased her, and I chased her hard, and that was the beginning, and it turned out to be one of the most joyful and amazing experiences of my life and hers. We go to the gym 6 days a week, we box, we do circuit training, we do weights, resistance training. A personal trainer is cruel to us, but we love him for it. And now that the weight's off, it's actually now about fitness and about challenging ourselves further and further. What some people will be really surprised to know is I now eat way more than I ever used to, and more regularly. I never feel hungry. Food used to be the enemy, now it's my friend. I'm also not concerned about people looking at me, and I'm proud of what goes in my shopping basket now. I'm proud to go through the checkout and know that I don't have any guilt about eating, and eating good quantities of food, good healthy food. What I'm most proud about with my weight loss is I've actually done it. I'm one of those people who has reached their dream with weight loss, and I don't have to live like that anymore, and I'll never live like that again. Sometimes when I'm walking through the shops, I catch my reflection in the shop fronts, and I go, oh, I like those jeans on that girl, and then I go, oh, that's me. And so it's kind of fun to have a look and go, wow, I kind of got a nice butt. So it's good fun.
Sheyne and Simmone join us. Girls, congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
How physically do you feel compared to 2 years ago?
I can't even tell you. There aren't words.
It's like a dream come true, really.
It is actually all our dreams
What
come
can you
true.
do now that you didn't feel like or comfortable doing before?
Everything's
so
different.
much,
Sitting
so
in
much.
chairs in restaurants, chairs that have
Movie
arms on them were
theatres.
difficult. Movie theatres, aeroplanes. I used to fly a lot.
Yeah, going to the gym.
Being able to go to gym and actually feel like you fit in.
Like you belong, yeah.
Like you belong. Walking down the street and being able to hold your head up, or walking through the shops and not fearing people are going to look in your trolley and going, I wonder what she eats to look like that.
And liking your reflection.
Yeah, actually liking your reflection. Particularly when you walk through the shops and you catch it and you don't know it's you. And you go, oh, I like that outfit. And then you go, oh, that's me. That is me. I do that all the time. Or I think it's her. I think she's at the shop, but it's me.
Yeah, that's
What did you eat to get to that weight and maintain it?
It's an interesting question, because for me it was actually more sedentary lifestyle. We both had got so overweight that it was really hard to move. It was painful, and there's a level of humiliation too. You don't want to...
Now, you started 6 months apart. Big sister, Simmone.
Yes, I started.
What made you start?
I was heading towards a big milestone birthday, and I just thought, now's the time. I have to do it now. I wanted to be around for my son and to be a grandmother to his children eventually, and I knew that, you know, time was against me, and I had to get on with it.
She was heading for her 21st, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
That was
big
the
milestone.
birthday, yeah.
And then, so as little sister's gone...
I've always gone, oh, Simmy's doing it. Oh, me too. So whatever she thinks is a good idea, I'm always
Show
chasing.
us the jeans. You've brought a pair of
Oh,
jeans
goodness
in.
me. I'm only doing this because there have got to be people out there who are going to think it's not possible to make a big change, but I fit in.
Okay.
So it is a pretty dramatic change.
Now, I looked at, we saw you're setting up, your diet changed. Clearly you've loved the gym, so sedentary lifestyle was a big part. But also, I'm loving these tips. You talk about true hunger, head hunger, and autopilot.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, well, true hunger is a physical hunger. So you're empty, your tummy's grumbling. It's been a few hours since you've eaten.
And while all of us know true hunger, that's not why.
It actually only comes up about 4 times a day. Yeah. Genuine true hunger comes up 4 times. It's the head hunger.
But that's not why we eat.
No, but the head hunger, something smells good, something looks good.
Walk past it in the shops.
Yeah, you see an ad on TV, you're overwhelmed, you don't know where to start with your job, so you just go and eat because it's a distraction from feeling overwhelmed. You're emotional, you're feeling stressed, it's something for you, you want to do something for yourself. And so head hunger is a problem, but the biggest one, the one that was the sneakiest for me, is autopilot eating, where you are...
It's mindless munching.
You just go off and...
Mindless munching.
It is mindless munching. TV, computer, on the phone is a shocker, on the phone.
So it's an incidental food that you don't really even realise you consume.
Yeah,
you're not
you
even realising it.
No, you could consume 500 calories, just accidentally snacking through the day. And
so how did you control the autopilot and head hunger?
We have a mantra.
We do. We just say, we don't eat like that anymore.
We don't eat like that anymore.
And then
so once you're sitting there and you find yourself going dump, you go, mentally you stop?
Yep. We're accountable for everything that goes in our mouth. We portion things out, and if we're going to sit down and watch TV, we'll actually take a portion control. Sim's got a little package, got them in a bag this morning, a little packet of nuts. So that if she chooses to eat, and I was like, can you grab one for me? If we choose to eat, it's our calorie option. It's our choice what we eat. And
so you really have to prepare.
Yes, you do.
You have to be prepared.
And you have to be ready to change your entire headspace. This is not just diet and exercise. While diet and exercise make up a huge portion of it, and exercise 80%.
But if you haven't got your head around it, so how did you change your headspace?
Cognitive relay therapy. We just had to keep convincing ourselves, which is basic blanket statement that overlays old patterns of thinking, like I'm always going to be fat. So
do that cognitive relay therapy.
Which is a basic statement. I don't eat like that anymore.
So every day you talk to yourself?
Maybe 50 times a day. If I'm going to the shops and I walk past a donut shop and it smells beautiful, hot cinnamon donuts, who doesn't like the smell of that? And I'd go, oh, you know, just all these justifications, just one won't hurt. And you've exercised 7 times this week, one won't hurt. But we basically just will repeat it.
Turn our head and says, no, we don't eat that anymore.
So that's cognitive relay therapy and you just talk yourself out of it.
Yeah, and you say it as many times. They call it white knuckling. Sometimes you have to just be like, I don't eat like that anymore. No, I don't eat like that anymore. It's my old life trying to creep into my new life.
On another emotional side, you've lost all this weight, you're feeling good.
Amazing.
How have other people reacted to you? Have you been disappointed about how people have reacted to you? Has there been any inkling?
I think it's normal. You know, when Simeone started, and I'll be honest here, I love her to death. I love my sisters like nothing else. But when she was 5 months ahead of me and all my dreams were coming through in her, I was so happy for her, I could cry. And I was so sad for me, I could cry. I was like, why isn't this happening for me? This is what I've wanted all my life. And I think it's really hard, it's painful to see that it's doable, but it's not happening to you. Yeah. But I had to choose. I mean, we just had to choose to do it. So another thing, you know, I remember I fell over at a shopping centre, my shoes snapped, and I fell over when I was big, and nobody stopped to help me.
People treat you differently as a bigger person?
I dropped my keys and 4 men knocked heads last week to pick them up for me. So it was kind of funny. And they were all underneath counters picking up things going, is this yours? And I was like, oh no, that's a bit of crumb.
Are people unkind to fatter people?
I don't think it's intentional. But yeah, it is fascinating.
Are they dismissive? Were they dismissive?
Yeah, I was invisible. I was like, I was so out there, people could see me, but I was also very invisible.
Yeah, they wouldn't look you in the eyes when you get served at the counter, and so it definitely is a different thing. I think it's also the last acceptable form of bigotry. You would never. It's okay to make a fat joke. It's okay to kind of nudge your friend and have a laugh about someone, but the pain that they're in, I mean, it's actually it is a daily struggle. It's very hard. I mean, you can still be happy. You can still be happy and get on and have a great life, but you know, you just don't quite fit in.
Boy, you know, you're just such an example to everybody, and doesn't matter what your issue in life is, whether it's, you know, wanting to lose weight or wanting to feel better about yourself, some of the basic principles are the same, are they not?
Always, always, always.
So the key is the white knuckle, no, I don't do that anymore.
I don't do that anymore. And I've got to say as well, you know, choosing a strategy you are willing to do for the rest of your life. We didn't go on a diet, did we? We just said we are changing our life entirely in every way, and find a great gym, because you have got to learn how to love exercise and have fun with it, and finding a buddy. And
the buddy is good. In fact, last night, I honestly, I went through all your tips, which are, in fact, posted on the website. Absolutely terrific. Thank you, ladies.
Thank you.
For
Thanks
having
for
us on.
Sheyne and Simmeone. We've got more coming up.